this video, and it's not, because we know all y'all tricks. Oh, you just hear video, you just watch a video that says what you want to hear. No, it's just common sense. Seriously, I said it from the beginning. If you're mad at something like him and all, whatever, that means you're jealous. No, because I didn't do anything to you but have more money. That's all, the whole thing. I just have more money. That's the only thing I did to you was have more money. Nothing else. You know, and what is up? This style is not fresh. No, man, it's not. It just don't look cool. You know how you see guys. It's no homo. You see a guy that's in the, and you want to go out and buy it. That does not make me want to buy what he has. And you can't say it's because I'm older. And it's not hate. It's not hate. It's just what is with this weird style of theirs. Now, if it's like workout gear and you're really working out, that's fine. But what he has on, you know, does not make me like, yo, man, either ask or find out on my own. Where you get them from? Yo, what's the name of that top and them sweatpants? They look like the '80s. The mobsters in the '80s, how they would wear them suits in the movies. Like the suits they would buy, or the women, the old women, the old Jewish women, they would wear them track suits, but some of them, they weren't really track suits. They were made out like some kind of material that you really don't work out in. It was just, comfortable. That's what it looked like. The Golden Girls, yeah, it looked like the gold. Shit, like this shit is not dope. What the hell? The hairstyle ain't dope. No hate, no hate. Like they been said, guys like guys that girls like. Not like that. You know, he's a man. He got the girls like him. They want to be, the girls want to be with him, and the guys want to be him. Y'all do not look like that at all. Something is wrong with y'all. He even got on, try to get on the Jordans, the cool shoes, but it's at what? Look. That's what I'm saying. They're giving this stuff to bums on purpose. It don't look right. Yeah, as y'all would say up north, he's not rocking it right. He's not rocking it the correct way. It is something. It's weird. It's just weird. Like y'all tried to say about us in the last couple of months. Oh, the weird. Y'all weird. That shit really is off-putting. It really is. It's like he got on those look like they donated expensive shoes. His pants don't look right. The top, or maybe he stole them. Okay, or maybe he going to sell them. Cause trust me, geek, I didn't know crackheads. They try to sell it to you right off their feet. Right? He might be trying to sell them because he didn't got them. Yeah, he didn't got them. They brand new. The nigga, you normally gonna be mad, but you wearing them. Yeah, but whatever. Maybe that's how he got them. He had to wear them. He coming straight to you, but he gonna get, them look like some $100-something shoes. He gonna give it to you for $20 or 15, or some shake, bag of shake. But and no, we done with all that fake shit where you gotta be to every black person, because white people don't, Asian people don't do that to every Asian. No. If you fucking up in the Asian community, the other Asians they ain't gonna, just coddle you. Y'all tried to make that shit real in the black, with black folks. Like, nah, that shit ain't going down like that. But anyway, so this video, it now I need to look up who this woman is, but she spits some real truth.
Whenever any issue is misrepresented for whenever any issue
I could just look up her name, who the hell she is. But anyway,
is misrepresented for a long time, whenever you see people distorting facts, refusing to abide by facts, and not making any sense in their accusations, you may be sure that the reasons they state are not their true reasons and that there is something deeper behind it which they do not care to admit. They
1905, died in 1982. St. Petersburg, where the real, yeah, Russia. So she escaped in that 1905. That mean in New York. That means she died in 82. So she died before the fall of Russia. You know, look, more blood. Look, that she got two. So, what is that supposed to? So you got two. That is supposed to mean, yeah, we're doubling down on Kamala. Look, what is that? She got a red shopping cart, and red coat. So what is that? How is that gonna make us? I don't. What is that supposed to do? How is that gonna change anything? I don't get it. I really don't get it. How is that? You know, they're crazy. These folks are crazy, right? So anyway, a Russian born. So she knows real communism, Russia, the USSR. She moved in 1926 though, so no, well that be because the USSR or that the USSR was after World War II, right? The Cold War. But either way, and so I don't know when she made this speech right here. This is the first time me hearing it, and this is not me. You know, oh, I'm crunk because she says what I want to hear. It's common sense. All of y'all are just what I've been saying. Well, I naturally knew that y'all were just jealous. And what remember I explained, this is not me like, oh, you're jealous. It's like, no, why? Because I'm like, I wouldn't give a fuck. I would leave if we and back in the day, remember that's why I put myself in the hospital. Because the people that used to think like me, and I knew they really did think like me, now all of a sudden they're like you. And it wasn't that because I was gone 6 years in the military, something has truly changed. And I couldn't figure it out. So, okay, must be me. And that's another thing. That's how you know I wasn't jealous, because I put myself in a fucking hospital. If I was jealous, I would, you know, that's how much I'm not jealous. I'd rather put myself 6 months in a barn that's worse than prison, psych ward. See what I'm saying? I lock myself up. Like, must be me. And doc, something wrong. You know, got to be me. I'm on another planet. I did. And now y'all mad because I get all this money, right? So basically, it's like God tell you, what you meant for harm benefited me. What you meant to harm me benefited me. Now you're mad because I get 4, 5, 6 times more than you get in 1 month. And that now you're mad. And it's supposed to be old country. No, you're just a bum. Bum, get out and get it, nigga. You got to get up, get out and get something. That's your fault. Is on you and only you. If you got kids, you need to be doing it. You need to be doing something for real. You need to get up. Hey, that's your excuse for not listening to the homeboys when they trying to say you a sellout because you don't hang no more. I got kids. Don't use that excuse when you trying to gank somebody else. Use it as an excuse that it's okay to rob and steal from other niggas and shit. Use that as an excuse when they call you, oh man, you changed, you a sellout. All you do is go to work. You don't hang no. We need you to do this. We need you to come on this mission. Nah, bro, I got kids. I can't go to prison. I got to go to work. All that. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, you an embarrassment, nigga. Don't come with that bullshit.
This is particularly true in the case of capitalism. Capitalism has been misrepresented practically from its inception, both.
And you see, I tell you, that's why I started before I even started playing it. You would think, you know, I just want to hear what she's saying. Capitalism, because she said capitalism has been misrepresented. It has. That's just common sense. Anybody with common sense can know. First of all, every socialist communist country is failing right now. Been failing every time. But let me just let it play.
By its enemies and its alleged defenders. But the amount of distortion and misrepresentation which goes on today, even though evidence to the contrary is available and is accumulating year by year, is truly staggering. It is perhaps the single most misrepresented issue in cultural history. Therefore, it is important to ask ourselves, what are people's real reasons? When people are blind to the truth, uh, obviously blind when the issue is not merely an error of knowledge, it's not a matter of ignorance, but of psychological vested interests. We have
See, it's not a matter of ignorance. Remember, I've been saying it. It's not ignorance, meaning that you don't know about it. This is you decided, you consciously decided to go against this. Consciously decided to go against it. You consciously decided to be evil. There's like, yeah, going against God. You consciously decided to join the devil. It's not you didn't know. You didn't, oh, I didn't know. No, you knew.
to ask what are the vested interests behind people's attitudes. And in the case of capitalism, the very obvious psychological root
Hit my keys
is
by
man's
mistake.
fear of independence.
Let me
Fear
rewind it.
of psychological vested interests, we have to ask what are the vested interests
Oh, that's another
behind.
thing. So that's the second time I did sat on my keys in the last 30 minutes. So if the middle of the night I post a video or live, it's because they might have some him out here, pretending their horn is, that was a true accident. I just sat on my keys. But so tonight or tomorrow night they might, yeah, in the middle of the night they'll have somebody. You will just see.
People's attitude. And in the case of capitalism, the very obvious psychological root is man's fear of independence. Fear.
And see, this is not that. That's what I'm saying. Not just me wanting to hear what I want to hear. That's what I've been saying. All this, the communists. Remember, I told you one of the reasons, it kind of hurt me a little bit back in my old neighborhood in Birmingham. They was talking about me. Oh, I guess it's every man for himself now. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm trying to start a business to get all y'all out of the goddamn game. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be because it's my business, it's my idea, and my money starting it off. So why is it? Yeah, so of course I'm going. Oh, we got to live. Yeah, because first of all, I don't want it to fail. So no, we're not gonna have all these different ideas. And so they really, and plus they was talking about my check though. I'm like, what? But they backed off. It just, I think the gang stalkers had them say it. And they just realized, and I think they realized it hurt me more than anything because they were like, what? Yeah, like trying to say, I don't care. I'm like, no, bro, this ain't how it's supposed. That wasn't how we was raised. Like, did your dad take care of his dad? I got, by the time I was 12, but was your dad, when I met y'all, was your dad taking care of his dad? No. They all had their own jobs. Now all of a sudden y'all want to be some kind of community. Oh shit, I just thought of it. Exactly. Yeah, them niggas still there. Was your dad exactly? Was your dad? No. Y'all all got your own houses, Y'all living, some of them living in your dad house. Dad done passed away, or some of them dad's still alive. But your dad was not taking care of his dad. So what the fuck? So why should I be taking care of y'all now that we're in our 20s, late 20s, almost 30 years old? So why in the fuck do you think I'm supposed to take care of you or help or give you it? I loan you some money if I got it. Now I know all the gang shit. I ain't talking about gang stuff. I'm talking about that's totally, but that's supposed to be everybody making money. That's what I'm saying. That's that puffy shit they changed it to where one nigga is taking care of. It wasn't like that in the beginning. Everybody making money. We a team. Not you know, that's that puffy shit. Taking a nigga out to go shopping and shit. But yeah, like she see that I don't know when she made that speech, but that she's is probably, she died in 82. So who knows when she made that speech that they're playing right now. And like she says, the fear of being alone, making your own decisions, meaning it's all on you. Everything, if it fail, it's all on you. That's why y'all get mad at me. It's like I know, get back up. And I thought everybody thought like that. I didn't. I'll admit that. I thought everybody thought like that, but because I couldn't understand, why everybody was so against me when I got out the army about this real estate thing. And I'm like, yeah, okay, y'all scared. I'm gonna fail. I got responsible, da da da. But I'm not. I did my I knew that before I even came to y'all. I had my plan together. I learned it's just like going to a bank, a business proposal. But these, I don't need money from them. I just want they bless it or not even they bless it. Just okay. That's a no. Instead, is all negative shit. So some of us we're prepared. That's the capitalists. Communists, they're scared to do all that. That's what I'm talking about. All y'all now, everybody just want to be a business owner, and will tell you some of you really ain't made. Y'all tried to tell me that. Oh man, everybody ain't meant to be. First of all, that's superstition. Y'all supposed to be Christian. Everybody ain't. No, I know I'm because I know what I'm talking about. And like I said, I went to retired businessmen and told them my plans, and that's because they give you free help. It was at the college. All they said was, "Damn, I wish I thought of that." Not, oh well, this is not likely to make it. Still, no joy, as they say, no joy. Like on the fighter pilot movies, no joy. They got to call off the missile strike. No joy, no joy. Just jealousy and fear. And then another thing, okay, just because you're scared to do it, why you gotta hate on somebody? That's the jealousy. Let the other person do it. Like I said, I'm not gonna come down on you. Oh, you scared? You should own your own business. You a fool for going to work. No, you got a job making money. That the only thing we're friends. Before I started off, we gonna be friends afterwards. Unless you get mad. The only thing I would be like, you know, hey, we still going out Friday? Shit. We gonna hit the club Friday night. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday night. Now, if you got a job and you ain't got time no more, I gotta understand that. But it might not just be the job. You got a girl and the kids or whatever, so you can't hang no more. But it has nothing to do with me being a business owner, and I think I'm better than you because you got a job and I own my own business. I don't give a fuck as long as you got your own money or you ain't just grubbing off of me at the club.
Is man's fear of independence. Fear of independence, first of all, and
Fear of
consequently,
independence.
fear of rationality. An anti rational mentality is necessary to be anti capitalist. And on a more formal level, these psychological evils unite in support
Psychological evils.
of the morality of altruism. People are led to hate capitalism to the extent to which they subscribe to the altruist morality. In many cases, they would feel dimly, because they would be evading the issue and trying not to admit it, they would feel that there is a bad clash between the conventional morality which they have been taught to accept, which they're not independent nor brave enough to reject, and a clash between that and the nature of capitalism. In that sense, the nature of reality. They are caught between the fact of a false moral theory, which they dare not challenge, namely altruism, and the facts of reality, which demonstrate over and over again that capitalism is the best, the most practical, and the most moral, in fact, the only moral system in human history.
Like she said, the only moral system. Think about it, everything else really is, look, a king, communism. And like I said, a king, other than that, is a tyrant. And you might have good kings, but it's still not moral because he got total control. You can say that's not what what other, the just bartering, this and that. You talking about, money system out of all these different civilizations, capitalism is the best and the only moral one. And the reason I didn't know, even I didn't know. Remember, I just told you, I had to put myself in. The communists infiltrated. If it wasn't for them, we'd all be, well, the reason I stopped and said, well, is because of like, well, if I subscribe to the Back to the Future time of time travel, school of thought, all the stuff, the bad thing. It is not a good thing, but the choices people make, all of us. It's like, well, because I want to say without capitalism, we'd all be doing. I mean, communism, we'd all be doing good. But it's like, no, might not be here. Say you was born real poor and suffering. Either, yeah, exactly. So if your mom was born real rich and your dad, it would be a different circumstance. They met at different times, or they might not even met because they, both of them was rich. They wasn't in the ghetto. Or, I'm not putting it down. I'm just, you see what I'm getting at. Different, yeah. So now they don't meet. So now you just not here. So so when I say if communism wasn't around, everything would be better. It's not a wish that we can go back and change it. I can't, I wouldn't, even if I had the opportunity, I wouldn't go back and change it. But it you know, they're like, that's not religion. I know it's science. Look, it's all good. If you can't comprehend, don't worry about it. Seriously, it's not a diss. It's above your head. Yeah, above.
System in human history. People dare not face that dichotomy because capitalism is incompatible with the morality of altruism. And those who have accepted that morality have such a psychological vested interest in it that they take their inner conflict out on capitalism. They make capitalism the whipping boy of their own inner contradictions. They know, in psychological sense, subconsciously, that they are wrong in regard to altruism, and they therefore acquire a vested interest to try to prove that capitalism is evil. If they can discredit capitalism, they can consider themselves free to pursue their own impractical, vicious morality. That is in terms of moral considerations. But deeper than that is, of course, the question what attracts them to the morality of altruism? Why has morality been perpetuated for such a long time in spite of its obvious evils and blatant contradictions? And here we come to the issue I named first, that is people's fear of independence, fear of relying on their own judgment, on their own mind, and therefore feel fear of reason. It is their subconscious and sometimes conscious desire to permit a loophole to their irrationality. It is their reluctance to be at the mercy of an absolute reality. It is a desire to bypass reality in some way, to cut corners, to have an escape clause for their whims, their wishes, their fears, the irrational element within them. What they fear when they fear capitalism is objectivity, rationality, and reality.
Mr. Rand, we're discussing the
They fear capitalism. They fear objectivity, rationality. That what I didn't I tell you? They scared. They cowards. They're natural. Remember I told you that. Ooh, you can't do your own bit. Remember I used to make that joke. And I couldn't believe it. Right? I'm like, who are y'all? I'm like, I known y'all. But I guess before, because they knew it was just talk, and they thought it was just, yeah, I was just talking. But when they saw I'm really serious, if we gonna do this, they now they scared. Ooh, you can't do that. you know, it's like somebody was watching us. That's what I felt. But now I know somebody was watching us.
The irrational element within them. What they fear when they fear capitalism is objectivity, rationality, and reality.
Look, they do some weird shit like this. I have no clue what it's supposed to be. Is what they gonna say. We was trying to find this spot. Yeah, they trying to find that. Everybody somehow just keeps turning into the apartment building. I don't know how this is going to help them in the future because what it is everybody knows everything's going to be better next year. So the only thing I think they're just trying to stop us from like what I'm listening to. So all this is supposed to somehow make me change my mind, and I'm not welcome to the whatever whack ass club. First of all, your club is busted up. Remember 3 or 4 what was that, a month ago, month and a half? Stop what you're doing. It's a club you're not with. No, bitch. There's no. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that video later. Well, I just said some of them are really supposed to be leaving, but they're not leaving. Like the one, there's an actress. Some of y'all might not know her. I never saw none of her stuff, but I remember she was like got in the old days of TV, meaning like the 2000s. What was it, Ugly Betty? I never saw that show. I think I might have watched the first episode. A Vanessa Williams in there, but I didn't. I never watched the whole thing. I watched one episode. But supposedly, I just saw earlier she's leaving. I'm going to London, for my kids' sake. I'm leaving, but she's gonna keep working in Hollywood. And like everybody said, oh, so you want American dollars, but that means she got to pay American taxes. That's fine. So, you know, but it's like okay, but most people been doing that. I want to move, but she's saying it because of us. Oh, the Trump support is like nobody cares. Bye. It did. If you really so scared, no, how you gonna come back and work? Something like, well, it's for my kids. Well, what if a Trump supporter gets you while you're at work over here in America? Now your kids gotta grow up without you. You know? But really, we all know they gonna be no Trump supporter in real life. It's gonna be one of her people. Now I ain't even talking about because she's Latino. I'm talking about just that her crowd, the Democrats. But so now, yeah, she's leaving, but she gonna continue to work, but the whole thing really is crumbling because nobody really is going to any of y'all movies. So it's like where's the money coming from? Yeah. I'll be right back. That was fucking oil. But anyway,
In reality.
Mr. Rand, we're discussing the anti-capitalistic mentality, and we're doing that in the singular, although you've just pointed out that many of the causes are plural. Would you say that these plural causes do result in a singular anti-capitalistic mentality?
Well, not mentality in the sense of individual psychology. If you mean are all anti-capitalists in effect psychologically alike, I would say, of course, no. Like, as in any evil, there are as many different psychological variants as there are people, but certain basic premises they would have in common. I would say the anti-capitalist mentality is the mentality which is
this crazy white folks just keep doing crazy shit. She was sitting over there.
afraid of independence, afraid of reason, afraid of reality. But that is in very broad fundamental terms. Within those broad abstractions, there are all kinds of variations and combination of elements which would operate in any given individual. So you may ascribe certain generalized principles to a type of mentality which would be opposed to capitalism, and these principles would.
Didn't I say that? All right, no, I said it on video. Exactly what I said. It's common sense. I said you'd be able to identify a Democrat, a child who's going to be a Democrat. Nope. She just said you particular characteristics that will be that will you can identify someone who's going to grow up to be an anti-capitalist, a communist, basically a Democrat. Back in the day, a slave owner, you can identify him. That's why you get. What I'm saying is that any race, a person, there are people that can be slave owners, jealous people who can't win. They just naturally losers. Like, well, how did they win? Look, they get together, and nobody knew about this. This and that. Then we got the luxury of hindsight and history, rather. That's why. Back then, they might have just used simple shit that seemed revolutionary at the time, but to us, a 5-year-old wouldn't fall for. But 200 years ago, it was the slickest trick anybody ever seen. Exactly. See what I'm saying? So,
Given individual. So you may ascribe certain generalized principle to a type of mentality which would be opposed to capitalism, and these principles would operate in various degrees in every man who opposes capitalism, but it is not to say that everyone who opposes it is alike in all psychological essentials.
Mr. Hood.
Ms. Rand, would you elaborate the relationship between subjectivism, the view that a reality is not perceived by consciousness but is created by consciousness, and the idea of statism, which seems to be in large degree based on the idea that if the government sets about to do something, that it can automatically achieve its ends irrespective of the facts of reality?
Well, you have really named the essence of the question here. Those who want to escape from reason and reality can do so only by means of hoping that their hopes, wishes, or fears can somehow triumph over reality, that one does not have to be bound by facts, that one's wishes can somehow succeed.
wishes. One's wishes can somehow speaking truth to reality. All that, yeah, that new dumb shit they keep talking about. Truth to power. Yeah, truth to power. That's what they cut. Speaking truth to power. All that, just dumb shit. That's why I said, don't bring that shit over here. And I'm like, don't. I'm telling you, don't. I know y'all want to be united, but okay, but they're not going. Whatever. Y'all, well, as long as they can't affect us. Put it like this.
Regardless of whether they correspond to the facts of reality or contradict them. In such a case, the only excuse, not moral excuse, but psychological semblance of an excuse for such people is the fact that most of their desires and their irrationality takes place in the social context, and that if they wish something which is contrary to the facts, society, meaning other people, will somehow provide it. If they act irrationally, other people will save them from the consequences of their irrationality.
Boom, boom. Other people's is it? That's what we're talking. Like, no, we're not saving y'all no more. Ain't that BLM saving y'all? And then no, this had to be said. She had to say this because she died in '82. So who knows when she made this interview? So yeah, saving you. Yeah, ain't nobody. Remember, we all grew up. Ain't nobody gonna save you now. Can't nobody save you. Even as a little kid, 3, 4 years old, a lot of families do that. Your mama can't save you. Your dad will say that. Or your mama mad at you. Your daddy can't save you. Whatever. All that shit. And that's just teaching you The whole, and she didn't make this up. It's just that's what I'm saying. She just spitting it out there. And like I said, in high school, I didn't done it. Don't look at him. I didn't die. Probably he can't say you. What you looking at him for? No, no, look at me, nigga. Never happened to me because first of all, somebody trying to get at me. I'm looking at them because I'm trying to see what's up. You know. But yeah, I'd have been, I didn't egged it on where I'm just, we're all just there in the vicinity or next to them, and they look over at us, or matter of fact, we all have done this too. They look at you. What you looking at me for? He talking to you, niggas. Shit. Like, yeah, what you looking over here for? You either way, ain't nobody gonna save you, right? Whether you looking over there and the dude talking to you tell you like, yo, what the fuck you looking over there for? Nah, nigga, I'm talking to you. You nigga, you. But you looking at him. He can't say you. And I'd have done that. And technically, you are punking that dude out, and he ain't even got nothing to do with it. Yeah, he ain't got shit to do with it, and you kind of are punking him out, and he ain't even got nothing to do with it. Cause yeah, you said what he gonna do to his face too. Like what the fuck you looking over there for? Like who he supposed to be? He gonna do something? But most of us, but see, that's the reason why we before that it even get out of hand. Like no, and it's not fear. It's just, what you looking over here for though? But really, we're being funny. We are, we was kids, assholes. Nah, don't look over here, nigga. He looking at you. You better do something. Get at him. Yeah, you better do something. Get at him, nigga. Shit.
If they demand the irrational or the unearned, other people will provide it. As Mr. Brandon said once, anyone
And
who
they tried to make that a thing. Remember I told you like dude, the dude with the van to be taking care of him. Remember I told you. Matter of fact, the other dude was out here too. And but one time it was just me and him by ourselves right there. He's like, yeah, I was so close to being like him. And I'm like, what the fuck you telling me for? You need to tell him that. That's a testimony. You tell other people who are close to being or who are down, you tell them people who were down in the dumps that you were once like them, and you know, you tell them that. You don't tell me that trying to bring me down to that. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that you trying to bring me down. It don't work like that. You tell we were standing right there. We were standing right there, right? And he's like, I was once like him. I was like, shit. Don't tell me that. Tell him that. And he got, he's like, we. He did. We standing right there. He's like, he was mad. No, I ain't talking about like gay shit. No, it was just funny. It was just funny. I was like, nigga, what you, like, what? What you tell him that for? Tell him. So he can, that's inspiration for them. What you're telling me, you're trying to tell me to stop being successful. Stop doing what I'm doing. And I don't know what I don't know what he was suggesting. Just what? Wash your car too. It ain't even about my ego, but it's the whole thing. I'm like, no, that you need to be telling other people how you was almost like him, so close. You need to tell them how you were so close and what you did to not be in that situation. So so that's a testimony. You was almost down to the rock bottom, and now you're not. So you need to tell them what you did, how you thought, your thoughts, all that type of shit that got you out of that hole that you was in. Don't tell me that like for some reason like I'm supposed to feel sorry and take care of them. It's like, nah, B, it don't work like that. It's that communism shit. But yeah, let's play. Let the rest play. Oh, I thought there was a goddamn. See, YouTube. They just sent me an update, and so my YouTube. Do y'all do that shit? It don't work no more. Like it'll stop playing. I thought that was one of them cars.
anyone who introduces a somehow into his idea of the means of achieving his ends always means somebody. And this is the clue to the statist psychology. They hope that by enslaving the producers of the goods in life, the economic producers, by creating an omnipotent state which will rule everybody's life, they, the irrationalists, will somehow ride on the shoulders of the rational members of society, the productive members, those able to deal with the facts of reality properly, not only in the issue of producing material goods, material wealth, but in all issues. If these providers are enslaved by the state, then their energy and their productiveness will permit the irrationalist to gain the unearned in matter in the form of unearned wealth, and the unearned in spirit in the form of unearned honors or government positions. The sole means to achieve the unearned, and not to achieve it because one can't, but to attempt to achieve it, is by means of physical force, which is why the enemies of capitalism are statists. There is no alternative to a free society except the establishment of a totalitarian state, which is the rule of men by force. When force is the standard of social relationships, then the irrational men may hope that some...
And that's what y'all tried to do. Force. Y'all tried to force me. You can't. You can't. That's communism. Evil. Y'all did it, with the the lockdowns, forcing people to close their businesses out of jealousy.
Somehow, by force, his masters will provide him with what he wants, will take care of him.
And look, she used the words I use. See what I'm saying? That's God for you. She used the word. Remember, I said I call you communist masters. I said your master, master body. All that. All your your masters. They were y'all slaves. See, communist. So I was right.
He is willing to give total obedience to the state in exchange for the state saving him.
Some of y'all puffy was y'all master. I can't. There's no way I can. Ain't no way in hell. I don't care what he had. You like, well, why would he? I don't. I know. I never tried to be a rapper, so I wasn't shopping around a CD, a demo like they used to say in the '80s. Remember the demo tape? I wasn't shopping my demo around. So, but even if I was, there's no way I would have. Diddy Puffy would have became my master.
From the problem which he dreads most, that is the problem of facing life on his own, the problem of taking the responsibility for his own life, his own actions, and his own judgment. That is what he dreads,
and really, like I said, are you? Technically, that's the parents' fault because you're supposed to raise your kids so they have good judgment. That's what the whooping's supposed to be for. That's what I'm saying. That's why the communists, the liberals, wrote them books about not whooping your kids. And that not seriously. I ain't talking about abuse, child abuse, just whooping them for no reason, breaking bones. No, nothing like that. So your judgment is good to survive, good enough to survive and maybe even be successful as your own business owner, but definitely you'll be able to be prosperous. You might not be a business owner, but you'll be happy. That's why they changed it.
His sole recourse, since there is in fact no escape from reality, is to hide behind those men whom he observes around him, who are able to deal with reality, who are not afraid to think, who act on their judgment and produce all values that men have ever achieved intellectually or materially. It is these men that the irrationalist wants to enslave and force somehow to provide for him. This theme, of course, is clearly illustrated.
And you could try to say that y'all wasn't trying to because y'all had modern day technology, and you, like I said, y'all stole all my ideas. So you did try to force me to produce stuff for y'all. Some of y'all, I bet some of y'all got million. If they release and somehow release all the records and it's on record, I bet y'all owe me hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. I don't care what you say.